Hey guys, I wanted to mark this moment because I'm officially on vacation slash staycation. I've just finished. I have a headache. I'm tired. I feel like my posture is bad. And as of tomorrow, I'm gonna be a new woman. So I have a whole plan of how I'm going to do things. I've been talking to my mentee because I wanted to have one final catch up because I know she's still going to be working on a few things. Sent all my emails, set up my out of office, told our HR manager that I shall not be contacted even in case of crisis, because I am obviously part of a task force that does the crisis management, but honestly there are other people in it, so I am giving back that role, that honor, and I cannot wait. I'm still very I feel like I don't really look good and I don't sound good. So I'm going to recharge my batteries and it's going to be amazing. Good morning and welcome to my vacation vlog. You guys have probably followed that the past 4 weeks were very, very brutal for me, and I had reached my physical and mental limit, so I just needed to recharge. So I'm taking a few days off and I'm going to not be focused on producing any video content or anything. It's really about recharging my batteries, so taking things slow. And that's why this vlog is probably going to be lots of little snippets of what I have been up to during this vacation. So I woke up about 40 minutes ago. I had a very slow time getting up. I just washed my face. I have a migraine here, and I need to see whether I want to wait until I eat or whether it's gonna prevent me from having a good day. So if I have a bad day, I might just have medicine. There is a little thing that just makes me happy every morning. So I have this little cactus. When I bought it, it was all bare, and then it suddenly started having these little flowers, and they just blossom in the morning, stay open all day, and then they close at night. How cute is that? I had no idea it had color. So it actually inadvertently is adding color to my living room, and I really like that. I made pancakes. These are pancakes with cinnamon and clove. Have a banana, and I have made some tea, and it's usually the Moroccan mint tea, but with a twist, because remember how I managed to eventually get a box of veggies, because as I told you, I was running low on every kind of food, but then because I don't want to go to supermarkets, I wasn't able to replenish, and I couldn't get anything online because I am not in the vulnerable population, because now the supermarkets just simply say no, you can't have it. My sister lives 10 minutes away and she's able to find slots on Ocado, but for me I think there is a big saturation of elderly people. Just that's how Belgravia is, a lot of old people, so I never actually even make it to the waiting list, not even on the list itself. So I gave up on going online for groceries. And so when I got the box, the thing with the box is that you get the random veggies. You don't get to choose, which is fine. And one of the things that they gave, sorry, I'm just cleaning in parallel, bad habits, right? One of the things that I've been that I got was mint. I just showed you, and it's because the English usually make a sauce called mint sauce that they typically have with lamb. Obviously, there's no way I'm gonna eat something like that, but I thought, okay, there is mint, so that means I can actually use it for my tea. So this morning I made Moroccan mint tea, and I'm gonna have my pancakes. I do have a bit of a migraine, so we'll see how that works. And then I'm gonna take it very, 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 very slow. So every time I'm gonna show you a few snippets of what I'm doing, but I'm not going to be extensively vlogging because this is for me to recharge. I have now my little stack of books that I plan on reading. That's the famous French book that I was trying to get through, so I'm gonna read that. And then I got these two books that my mentee sent me because, as I said in a previous video, he's really, really good at, he's an economics nerd. And so I think he wants me to become a bit more, literate in certain theories that he keeps referring to. So like, fine. So these are the 3 books that I have on my short list right now. Depending on how my migraine gets, I might actually start painting and things like that. So for now, I'll have a very, very, very slow breakfast. It's amazing to not have anything to chase, because yesterday I put my phone on airplane mode. I turned off all the notifications from my email, my work email, and I actually put all my laptop and work stuff into this backpack that I have hid behind my sofa here. I don't know even if you can see it. Yeah. So it's not even in my visual, in my eyesight. So I don't even see it in the room. Anyway, I'll eat now, and I'll see you in a few hours. It is now lunchtime. I'm going to make my lunch very quickly. My migraine feels much better. I had a bit of water, so I think it was just the dehydration. That's why I think I always have my migraines early morning, because either early morning because I have been dehydrated from the heating, or late at night because I forgot to drink the entire day. So I really, one of the things I'm gonna do during this vacation is actually really make sure that I drink a lot. I have also now just signed up to something called Silver Cloud Health, and it's something where I'm going to be doing an online self-paced cognitive behavioral therapy for OCD. So it's just about understanding the thoughts that you get, and changing the way you think about it, and then probably capturing your thoughts and doing some exercises. So I just signed up. I went through the introduction. Right after my lunch, I'm going to do one module of this. I think normally it takes about an hour to get through a module, so that's not very heavy. And I'm just using the rest of my day very slowly. I have been just looking at blogs, going and browsing the net. I chatted with a friend. I think once I finish this thing, I might read a little bit in my book, or I might start drawing. I don't know which one I want to do actually, but I really like the slower rhythm of not checking emails and not working and not doing compose. I'm finishing breakfast and watching some random YouTuber that popped in my suggestion box. This morning I broke my little cactus, which is so sad. So I'm going to repot it in this pot because it's too tight for this succulent, and then I'm gonna move this succulent to one of these pots, and it's all done. So my little baby cactus is planted here now, and the other succulent is planted over there. And now I'm just having a pizza. It's just a vegetarian pizza. I put some mozzarella, a bit of spinach, some fresh oregano, and a lot of salt. I tend to eat my food salty, especially when I'm tired, and it's really a comforting thing for me. So it's too much salt for what it should be, but I'm going with it. And then I'm watching RuPaul's Drag Race, because why not? I'm rearranging this, and I just cleaned up a little bit my medicine box. And I also moved a lot of vitamins and medicines. I essentially went throughout my place and found anything that is medicine related and put it in here, because I had a few things in my bathroom, a few things in my room, etc. The next step would be obviously to organize all of that. Then I have this one tea here, because this used to have half tea, half vitamins, but my goal is to move all my teas down here. For now, I have again put all the things related to tea in here, but obviously because I'm not buying any tea, I'm going to go through this relatively quickly, so everything will end up fitting in there. I found actually this, sorry, this, oh doggy, this deep heat spray, and I remembered that last year I mean, I've always been allergic to it, so I'm not sure why I kept it in. So I decided to do a little test. I don't know if the camera can pick it, but I did a tiny patch test and it immediately became red. Normally if I do that on my body, I would just get hives. So yeah, I'm getting rid of that. I'll put it away, either to give it to my sister or to actually bin it. I'm not sure if it's because it's a bad batch, because I do okay with the cream. It's just the spray that breaks me in hives, and it's extremely painful and I swell. So I'm hesitant to give it to my sister. I think I just want to bin it. I don't want it to be like a faulty batch and give it to my sister. So yeah, so I'll probably just have to bin it. I'm not sure whether you can recycle this if it's full, because it's flammable. I'll have to look that up. The other day, one of you asked me what I use for my silks, and I said that I typically use the Persil silk or this a.k.a. I just wanted to go back to that and say I actually use just the Persil for silk. That's what I've been using for a couple of years. I used to use that when I was in Belgium, and last time I did not find my usual laundry liquid. That was like a couple of months ago, so I started using that. But actually, I remember why I didn't like it in Belgium. It leaves a residue on your stuff. Even if you rinse it many times, it leaves like a pellicule of residue. So use the Persil for silk and you should be fine. Still have to organize all of this, obviously. But I was reorganizing my travel bag because I have all my little samples that I'm now trying to get out. And that is because I'm emptying this. So this has typically all of my backups, and at this point I have a few makeup backups, so just foundations, which probably I'm not gonna finish anytime soon as I'm not wearing a lot of foundation. This is a backup of the LMS collagen cleanser. I think I'm gonna move that to my bathroom. And then here is the backup of all my fragrance. So again, not something that I will finish anytime soon. And that's backup for makeup. So it has concealer and it has some primers. Again, things that I will not be using. So you can see here. So that's actually all the backup that I have for cosmetics. So I'm very happy about how this no buy / low buy has been going. These are just empties that I plan on giving back to MAC. So I usually just keep them in this bag, and that's my brush cleanser. And this is the backup of all of my lipsticks. Now, I know I have some stuff in my storage, and I haven't been to my storage in a long time, but this is very satisfying to watch. And I'm going to take, so that's the thing, because I was already finishing some products, I took some of the products that were already open in my travel bag, and I moved them to my bathroom, such that I'm able to use them. And now I'm just going to take these bits here and add them to my bathroom stash, so that my goal, as I said, in this whole reorganization / declutter is to eventually have everything fit in one single place rather than have different stashing locations. These are the products I'm finishing right now. You'll probably see them in April empties. So this is the Lancer oil that I have been using in my nighttime routine. And this is something that I found in my travel bag. It was an Aesop cleanser. I had two of them. It's a milk cleanser. I finished the first one and I only have a single use or less than a single use of this. So I'm going to just keep it like this so it drops. And I'm going to use it tomorrow morning. Then keep the bottle because I love Aesop bottles to put stuff in them. And then here are the things that I had. All of these bits were actually free because of my recent LMS purchase of this. I love this. Now I understand why it has a cult following. But this is the state of my everyday, well actually this is my beauty cabinet. So I have started storing my towels there. Later on I'm going to start having only towels, because I feel like the amount of things that I have is getting less and less. This is a L'Occitane body wash that I'm currently using here. So every time I just refill this bit, and then it helps me keep the same stuff always around here. In terms of my nail polishes, I'm currently wearing OPI Cajun Shrimp. I think my nails are doing much better now. I'm running low on this one. So this is the SE Treat Love and Care. This is in crunch time and I only have this bit left. So I'm going to continue using it. And I'm also running low on my base. It dried out a bit and then I added some thinner. I always use a thinner. Where is my thinner here though? Can you see it? It's from Avala. It's a Swiss brand. And this is really good if you don't want to toss your dried out nail polishes. I like to use that much better than trying to put a few drops of nail polish remover So that's how I keep my nail polishes going strong for years. So probably in April I will continue wearing Cajun Shrimp just because I love it. Then if I get bored of it, I will go back to this because you can't go wrong with a nude. Also, if I finish it, that would be nice. Last week I had this Anny blogger favorite. It looks very, very understated. Really love it. And you can already see that in the back here, I start to have less things. I used to have some oils in there. I pulled one of the oils. This is from Kenzie, and I put it in my tray, in my bath tray. This is argan oil and rosemary, and I use it to moisturize my body every now and then. So this is probably also something you will see in my April empties. I love argan, and I've had this for quite a few times. This is USDA organic, and it's called Kenzie Spell, the brand. I've had it for a while, so I just decided that I'm going to start using these because I showed you in my previous video that I love this Veleda thing. It's very natural. It makes me actually want to moisturize my body, which is something I usually don't like to do. So I really love it, but I also don't want to have these for too long. So I put this out to use it. Then when I finish it, I'm going to remind myself to use this because it's also super old. And then that already gives you an idea that I'm starting to have space in the back. In here, I tried to pull all the things that were in my storage and start to put them out in here. So I have quite a few backups of deodorants. I need to make a decision on them, but it's fine. I'm experimenting with deodorants. This is my first cleanse that you've seen in a lot of my nighttime routines. This is my current second cleanse. But because I've had it for a while, I got bored, and so I started alternating with the Pro Collagen, which I much prefer just because of the scent. But this is also glorious. This is amazing. I'm Hardy. Because I have stopped going to get my facials, I am now fine using some acids. So I've been using these Zelen's Biopid. You've also seen them in my night routine. I'm halfway through, and then when I'm done, I'm going to start using my little lotion from The Ordinary. And here I have a lot of things that just fit in here. So that's where I was when I decided to grab my camera. This is prickly pear oil, but it's very old, so I'm not comfortable putting it in my face. So I'll probably be using it on my hands when I run out of hand cream or cuticle cream. This is the Glam Glow Thirsty Mud Mask. I think I have a single use of this, so I'm also going to put it out here with the things that I want to finish soon. And then these I obviously pulled in my backups. I didn't buy them, as I said, but it's always good to... I like to have all the freebies in one place, all the little bits that fit. I need to change my bath mat because every time I wash it, but now it just stops getting... It no longer looks clean, so it has these permanent stains like this thing, etc. So I'm gonna have to change it, but I'm not gonna do it now. Maybe in a couple months, because it's clean. It just doesn't look it. I had this in my travel bag. That's my squalane. I just pulled it out so that I use it when I finish my different oils. And then I had the Gran Active, but I actually decided to throw it away because it has a 6 months life once you've opened it. So that's what this stash looks like. Here I had recently changed the setup, so I took the storage. I had a little acrylic storage like this that I put in my makeup collection, and instead I brought these things here, and now I store these in these candle bits. This is typically my everyday stuff. I'm also halfway through my Estee Lauder Advanced Night Repair. I'm going to use it after I finish the Lancer oil, and when I finish it I'm going to start using the LMS oil. But I like that I'm able to really use a lot of stuff. So only other bits that I need to still fit here are these samples. Normally I would just drop them here, but for now I'll just pop them into this little candle jar. And then this is a shower cream. I'm not going to use a shower cream now because I'm finishing a little soap. I don't know if you can see, teeny tiny soap. It's by Kenzie also. So I'm just using it because I need to finish some bar soaps. And I'm also using this Tia because I've had it for a long time. This is black soap from Morocco. So I am like 1/3 in, but I want to finish the soap first, then this Moroccan one, then probably I have a backup of the soap in there, so this will have to wait. So I'll just pop it in the back here, and yeah. So now the last thing that I need to fit in my storage here is this big one, because I had bought 2 of them, so I'll put it in the back of the other one. And then that's my updated beauty cabinet. Very, very happy with how this is evolving. I am sure once I get to visit my storage, I will find lots of little knickknacks, but for now I think that my no-buy is working. I'm using a lot of products. I'm very happy with the variety, and also being just at home all the time means that I don't really get bored, because I now get to alternate in my cleaners. I still don't have something to alternate for my face, but maybe I will start alternating with the squalane. I'm running low of my daily cleanser, but I have a sample in there, etc, etc. So I think overall having these things organized this way made it that now I use my stuff a lot more. Like, I haven't used Cajun Shrimp in ages. I bought it with my friend Hannah, my beauty enabler in Pittsburgh. So almost every single one of these has a story, and I can always tell you exactly when and how I got it. So I'm very particular about the things that I have. Like this one was a gift from a subscriber, and she was very, very nice, and it was at a time when people were very mean to me in Morocco, and I really liked her. I liked how nice she was to me. I hope she's doing well. Yeah,